Good morning, y'all. Whoa. Just about lost it. You gonna make it or what? Jeez. All right, that was dangerous. That was crazy. Y'all probably been wondering where I've been.
Somebody back east is saying, why don't he write?
Let's just say it's been a long winter. We had a lot of long, dark days. We're doing a little bit of wheeling. And of course, you know I got some help. Won't be needing that anymore. Brother.
What's up, G?
All right, man.
Man, I got.
Yeet. Somebody's excited to get back to work.
What's up?
Look who's back in town. Yeet. Pack of Samurais. I'm back. God. You all right or what? Somebody's excited about being back.
Hi, Ronan.
Kevin, it's been months.
It's been a long time.
Can I use this bay?
You can. I'll pick that out. You can use our bay.
I'm just changing my ignition switch. The engine swap that didn't happen all winter. The front locker install that never happened.
I'm a busy dude.
We're all busy dudes.
I know. It's all pretty. Collecting dust.
That's nice. Jeez. I hope homie survives. All right. So I'm having an issue with this ignition. The spring in here broke. You can turn it off, do whatever you want, pull the key out. You can probably use a screwdriver if you wanted, and it twists almost all the way around. So this isn't doing me any good. So what I've been having to do is pop the hood. And then I've got this breaker right here for my power. Here's what I've been having to do. push my clutch in, put my foot on the brake, put it in about 5th gear, and kill it. Let's get that door off. Sorry about the noise. This is a working tire shop, and we're in tire season. Hey, this is Clint from CT Mad Mods, and today we're gonna change the ignition on a Suzuki Samurai. I've been gone for a long time, but we're back. I got a whole new ignition from Roadless Gear. This video is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money. I've never changed one of these before, but we're gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today?
In the package, has a new set of keys. Better keep those handy. And then a whole new cylinder, and it's got a little wiring harness. Should be plug and play, I hope. Let's go. Sorry it's so loud in here, but they got some guys working next door. We're gonna pull these screws out of here and get this panel off, and then I think we're gonna have to take this cover off as well. So let's get all that taken apart. All right, so I just figured out that these bolts that hold this thing in, they don't have any kind of, they're not like a screw, right? This one's made to where you can only screw it in, not unscrew it. So I might end up having to pull this steering column to get to that top bolt. Of course, you know, just pull those couple of screws out of there, and then should be able to pull it right out. There's a couple of bolts right up in here that it's a T40, and that's what holds the steering column up. So we're gonna take those out first. T40. I think the easiest thing for me to do would just be to remove this whole steering column. Oh, I removed the wrong ones. There's some on the outside and some on the inside. And I removed the one on the outside. It's the wrong one. Your steering column should move like that once you remove those. The next thing I want to do is remove those 4 bolts right there. I think they're 12 millimeter. And then you got to remove that bolt right there. I think it's a 12 millimeter too. Okay, I got this steering column pulled down, and I can reach that bolt right there. Well, I got to looking, and it looks like somebody already removed the top bolt or broke it off or something. Get some light in there. The top bolt's missing. So I didn't even have to remove my steering column that much, but I just couldn't see. So I'm gonna get some pliers. I just grabbed this with some needle nose just now, and I can move it. So I'm gonna get that bolt out. Okay, I got the lock cylinder out, and I just have to unplug it. This one comes with some screws that are obviously like a security. You can tighten them, but you can't loosen them, kind of thing. And so we'll put this sucker in there. Okay, I got it installed. There's just 2 bolts, guys. You got a lower one and an upper one, and they, like I showed you, are set up to where you can only install them and not take them out. So make sure it's all set up, ready to go. I turned my battery back on. All my stuff's working. Let me see if I can push my clutch. Just want to test it out, make sure she's out of gear. Cranks right up and kills the rig. Since I've owned this thing, that ignition switch has been messed up, and so that's why I had that little push button, because my ignition switch was all messed up. And I did Tony's fix that he shows on the Highway 83 YouTube channel where he goes in and cleans the contacts and all that. I tried that and it kind of worked. It didn't work great. It worked for a little bit. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. But it has been going out for years. Every time I go and start my vehicle, I don't know if I'm going to need to use the push button or not. Now I have a brand new ignition and it works great. So I got that from Roadless Gear. Not affiliated with them. I bought a bunch of stuff from them over the years. They always have stuff in stock. They have fast shipping. I really appreciate the guys over at Roadless Gear. And on top of that, it was the most inexpensive ignition switch that I could find on the internet. So I just ordered one from them. It was plug and play, plugged right in. Let's go take this thing out for a little spin. Some of you guys might know what this is. I think this is for the buzzer on your door or buzzer in the cab or something, I don't know, but it was attached to that old switch and I can't attach it to the new one, so I'm just gonna shove it up underneath the dash with everything else. So just put this back together the way you took it apart. They got those 2 bolts that hold your steering column in. I did not have to remove this, but it is disconnected. It was easier since I pulled that out. I was able to kind of twist the steering column and get to those bolts a lot easier. But I guess maybe the move would be to go ahead and remove the steering column down, or lower it, so that way you can get to both of those bolts. You can't do it without, you can't get to that top bolt without actually lowering the steering column. Anyways, sorry I haven't been posting lately. It was a long winter, had a lot going on, but I had to change that lock cylinder, ignition cylinder today, and figured I'd take y'all along for the ride. If you watched the video to the end, I appreciate you watching. Leave a comment, tell me what I did wrong. Thanks for watching my video.